Three, two, one, ghost. Hey, everybody. Welcome to 3, 2, 1 Ghost. As always, I am your happy camper for the night. My name's Kyle, your host with the Silent G. And as always, rather, I'm joined by my other fellow esteemed cabin camper, Natalie. Hey, Natalie. How are you?
Doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing good, just trying to stay alive till dawn.
Getting sick of these fucking cabins.
I at least appreciate, dawn and the sun being kind of an enemy, and I get light versus dark, all of this nonsense. But I used to work a lot of overnight shifts. I know what it's like working the graveyard shift, you know? I mean, really, it's a graveyard shift if you're some sort of possessed supernatural
Yeah,
ghost
literally.
or demon or something like that. But I'm like, sun's up, I'm done. Who cares? Clock out,
Ow.
it just makes me tired. And that's probably what happens. Like the sun comes up and then they're just like, oh God, I'm yawning. This is too much.
Yeah, and then you realize how long
Let's
you've been
call it.
there.
Yeah. And then you start getting like resentful because you're just like, I work so fucking long and I, you know, and of course, your fucking, partner's sending you all of these articles about like onset like dementia from like, a lack of brain oxygen from like working overnights and or lack of sleep, So I get it. When I see the sun, I'm like, I'm done. I get it. And here we are. Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn. Um, the 1987 horror slash horror comedy, but I still don't. Now, this is a fun movie. I don't know if I call it comedy exactly,
I don't know
but
if it's like laugh out loud funny, but I would consider this a horror comedy
it's a little more lighthearted, of course, than Evil Dead.
for sure.
Yeah. But again, directed by industry legend Sam Raimi. He co-wrote this one with his high school buddy Scott Spiegel.
That's cute.
And of course, you got Robert Tapert, producing this. He's been involved with all of these movies
Hmm.
up until even just recently. Um, industry legend Bruce Campbell. So you've got
Yes.
you've got just that creative team just coming back. But before I get too ahead of myself, Natalie, of course, this is the second of our Evil Dead franchise series. And because it is a franchise series, we've got some rules. Natalie, can you tell our lovely audience what the rules are?
Of course. So, even though half of this franchise came out before, or what, 30 years ago, 40 years ago now, we're still not spoiling future movies. So, we can talk about the first Evil Dead and we can talk about Evil Dead 2 in this episode, but we won't spoil any future films. So, we won't talk about those for the future. We will share our favorite Deadite slash draft pick for our what are we calling it? What are we calling it? Our Deadite teams?
I mean, I don't know. It's a Deadite draft. Maybe we can come up with team names,
We had to figure out what
sport they
like
play.
what sport the Deadites would be playing. Like I
Yeah.
can't imagine organizing them.
Yeah. I'd imagine. Too many egos.
So we have some rules around that too, which we'll get to later, but we'll share our favorite Deadite slash Deadite draft. And then we, of course, will, as always, we'll share our boo scores and then we'll rank the films. So we'll rank as we go, be super exciting. And that's about it.
Love that. So obviously, Bruce Campbell leading these proceedings. Nobody else from the last movie is back, which
Mhm.
makes sense because, they're all
They're all
brutally
dead.
very,
Mhm.
very dead,
Very dead.
except for a recast Linda. But you've got Sarah Berry, Dan Hicks, Cassie Wesley, and Richard Domier in this movie. Domier. Ooh. Um, dude, I've seen this one the most, and I will
Hmm.
continue to rewatch this one the most. Um, I probably saw this for the first time. It had to have been freshman year of high school, probably when I was
Oh,
like,
really? Much later than I thought.
Yeah. I mean, like I think I remember like clips of it earlier, but not really fully revisiting these until probably like freshman year of high
Hmm.
school, where I was watching like a lot of like 70s and early 80s horror movies. And 1987, it's a good year. We were
The
born in that
best,
year.
the best year.
Yeah. So, Natalie, what are your memories with this movie?
I definitely watched this as a child, but I can't really pinpoint when the first time I watched it was. I feel as though I maybe watched this before the first film, so out of
Mhm.
order, but it didn't really matter, you know. Watching it as a kid, I just wanted to see some fun, silly monsters, and this scratched that itch. And then, like over the years, I'd say I watched this movie maybe like once every 5 to 7 years about, if somebody says they haven't seen it, I'm always down to watch it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's just a fun, weird movie. So I'll watch it anytime someone asks.
Yeah, you're right. It's just fun and weird and I
Yeah.
love it. And it's no more, no less. Um Even when it tries to get a little convoluted and it's like backstory, it also kind of I feel like it almost like winks at you in a like a but who really cares kind of way. Like,
For sure. They're like, we just have to have some sort of plot going on here.
yeah. And I mean, this is the first you get of like, well, I guess that dagger was in the last one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it looked a little different.
So originally this movie, there was going to be more to it, if I understand right, reading some of like the production notes that, like Ash was going to be sucked into a portal
Mm-hmm.
and would be fighting a bunch of, ancient deadites.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, obviously, that doesn't happen until like the very, 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 very end of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think even the movie was supposed to be called like Evil Dead and the Army of Darkness. So they had that, like the
Hmm.
Army of Darkness title
Like
in
already.
1987, like what, 4 or so years
Mm.
even before Army of Darkness itself came out. Um, this movie, yeah, just, we're going to get into it, but is certainly, lighter hearted than the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but still, I think is just as intense, I think,
Oh, for sure.
right? And
Yeah.
just and just giving them like a little bit more of a budget, having some really fucking heavy hitters in the like makeup and special effects,
Oh, yeah.
team on this one. Oh my gosh, this movie like looks so beautiful and the aesthetic is just so perfect. And I just like
Mm-hmm.
as awful as like being in that cabin would be, I like want to just like walk through this set, and just imagine how
Yeah.
fucking cool it would be to be there and just I don't know because it's grimy and you can feel all of it and you're just in this like carnival haunted house. It's
Mm-hmm.
so much fun. Um oh, so good. It's just this
Yeah.
movie has that my absolute favorite type of vibe. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. It also, the VHS cover,
Yeah.
I think is so nostalgic. Like that skull with the eyes looking at you. I like every time I went to the video store, I would see that. So I'm like, if you were a 90s kid, you saw that VHS over and over and over again. And it just is it's so perfect. Yeah, that's the vibe that we're looking for. Like the VHS covers that haunted you as a kid and you were always curious about. This is one of those movies. And Bruce Campbell, come on. I'll get into it as we go through, but he's that what there were 7 years in between these or 6 years between the two movies
Yeah.
was a good 6 years for him. Good
Yeah.
6 years.
Good growth spurt for him.
Good growth spurt.
Yeah, yeah,
Went from being like 21 to 28, I think.
yeah. I know how much you like thinking of Bruce Campbell spurting.
I just like thinking about Bruce Campbell.
Yeah. Um, so let's see, the Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Horror Films nominated it. for Best Horror Film, didn't win. Best Makeup, didn't win. Best Special Effects, didn't win for those Saturn
What was it?
Awards.
What was it up against?
Let's see. I don't know. For Best Horror Movie,
I'm also curious about the special effects. I guess any category of movie could fit into special effects, huh?
yeah, for Best Horror Movie, it was so Evil Dead 2,
Okay.
Hellraiser, A
Mm.
Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream
Oh.
Warriors, Pumpkinhead, which also
Mm,
really
mm,
liked.
yeah.
But the winner, which I'm not gonna argue it, is was The Lost Boys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a tough lineup. Like that's stiff competition.
Like we said, good year, right?
Hmm.
However, it did Sam Raimi got a 2010 Guardian Best Film Award for uh
For this in 2010?
yeah, for like a greatest movie of all time award.
Oh, okay.
Sure. Okay.
Somebody who worked for their voting committee really loved this movie.
Yeah, I think they just named a bunch of horror movies and there were all winners. It was just like literally, I think The Guardian, like the publication,
Mm-hmm, hmm.
just made a list of the best movies. So like they're all
How many
winners.
movies are on the list?
I don't know, probably like 30,
Oh,
but
wow. I would like to
but
see that list.
Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2. I mean, there's some easy ones like, Carrie is on here,
Mm.
Halloween, The Exorcist, Bride of Frankenstein, Texas Chainsaw,
So, okay, I think we're the obvious ones.
Peeping Tom's on here. That's
I've
a little
never seen that.
surprised. Yeah, Shining, Wicker Man,
Mm.
Rosemary's Baby, Psycho, the usuals.
Yeah.
Clearly they didn't watch Urban Legend. There'd be like the
Clearly.
one guy. They don't. I'm sure they don't do it the same way, but I think with like baseball Hall of Fame voters, or even like when they're voting for like MVP, Cy Young Award, things like that, um, it'll show every player that got a vote and how many votes they got, you
Oh,
know?
wow.
So I'm sure there was like all these lists of like all these horror movies, and then just for some reason at the bottom, there's just Urban Legend with one vote. That'd be me.
Oh, just one.
Right next to I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Well, if you were a
Yeah.
voter too, I would hope
Yeah.
you'd
I
show some
think
love.
I would put, I would definitely put I Still Know What You Did Last Summer before Urban Legend.
That is a tough one.
It's a tough one, but
Well,
I'm always, well, I guess I'm always down to watch either of them, but yeah, that's a tough
yeah.
call.
Just give me that crossover with Brandy and Rebecca Gayheart.
There you go.
There you go. I don't know if our teenage minds and hearts could have handled that, to be
Oh,
honest.
absolutely not.
Yeah, that would have been flying way too close to the sun. Um, but either way, we're talking about Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn. I'm happy to get into this movie. How about you?
Let's do it.
So the first part of this movie is essentially a retelling of the first one. Um, though Bruce Campbell himself says you should just watch all of Evil Dead and then skip Evil Dead 2 up until the point where he gets like attacked by the woods and like
Mm.
thrown in that puddle, and then and then just start from there with Evil
Hmm.
Dead 2, which mm, is fine. I don't know. I mean, the really only difference in this one is that none of the friends are there. It's just him and
Yeah,
Linda. Like
which is kind
even
of crazy to just like I'm assuming they're just writing that off.
yeah, so like his poor sister doesn't, is spared by the woods, so that's good.
Well, that's good, but yeah, but we don't have any of the other characters. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. But like she still gets like the same like necklace, that he gave her in the first
Mm-hmm.
one. I like this opening, it's like all the it's just like all the creepy stuff he can come up with. It's like let's throw out some blood oceans. Let's have some
Yeah.
cackling in the background. It's a very like Twilight Zone-y kind of opening.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
So it feels like very like Rod Serling inspired, which I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate. And then yeah, again, just this, history with the book. I'm trying to remember even if they're calling it the Necronomicon yet. I can't
No,
remember.
I think they're just still calling it the Book of the Dead,
Yeah. Um, so they make this book out of flesh and blood, as
as we
you
do.
would. You're trying to conserve trees. I get it.
Yeah, there you go. That's the spirit.
Right? Um, and then in the year 1300, it disappeared. Spookiest year there
Oh.
was.
Ooh.
Right? It's like 1297 and the book like has like a means to get out. And he's just like, nah, 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 nah,
Oh,
trust
wait.
me. Oh, wait. I do the same thing. I'm that kind of guy.
For dramatic effect, of course.
100%. The I like this opening enough. I mean, but I'm like, yeah, I'd watch The Evil Dead and do it Bruce Campbell's way. The only thing is that you'd be missing like some really great, again, production design,
Oh,
the miniature work of the car going over the bridge.
I love the miniature work of the car
It's-
and the bridge. And the bridge is like way more substantial. Like
Yeah,
that's an official bridge, not just that bullshit rickety little bridge they had in the first movie. And you would miss like oh, I really do enjoy Linda's just crazy dancing, and they made her like while she was alive do like all of her like twirling and spinning while he's playing piano, and then she
yeah,
of course does that without her head and throwing it around all whimsically. Like it's great.
I love it. Yeah,
Hmm.
100%. Um, but very similarly, right? They find the tape recorder. He plays it back, hearing Professor Noby. So now we know who owns this cabin, at
Yeah,
least. Because it was kind of just up in the air, like, well, who knows?
it's a cabin.
We're here. Well, because I think even in this like flashback from the first movie, quote unquote, right? They're just like, do you even know who this cabin and who owns this cabin? They're just like, we'll just leave if someone shows up.
Yeah, just crash it.
Yeah, whatever.
That's
I'm like,
wild.
you
Like
drove me all the way out here.
people who own cabins out in the middle of the woods like probably have fucking guns. I would not be just breaking into people's cabins. No way.
Yeah. So Professor Noby, who, you'll hear from at some point, basically I don't know, this like Indiana Jones type of situation, and him and his like adventure family go and
Is it
fucking
his adventure family?
pretty much, right? And they go
Yeah.
like excavate and shit.
Yeah.
And then they find this fucking book. And Jesus,
Spooky
dude.
shit.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's don't fucking read the passages and just
Mm-mm.
don't commit it to tape. Like, I feel like that's
Ah,
so easy to not do, but because you're just doubling up. And also, I don't know,
he could
because
just put a
demons
note.
don't count or your demons don't care. They'll be like, whatever, recording counts.
uh, Oh yeah, they'll find any loophole. Like just put a little note that says, "Don't read anything in this book out loud" on a little post-it.
Yeah,
Slap that on there, right on his ugly little face.
100%. But the passage is read. Linda just immediately, yeah, it goes
Oh,
crazy. And yeah, it's a little
looking
tough.
rough.
So this is where we basically end up like formally at Evil Dead 2 is it
Hmm.
ends the same where it's like, he gets out, it's dawn, he thinks he's made it, he gets attacked again because they're fucking like, day shift's coming, motherfucker. It just takes him out. Ugh, shift change, dickhead.
I
And
love
then this
watching
is
him get dragged through all the mud and everything.
yeah. And then this is where you get a little bit of Deadeye Ash.
Yeah.
Yeah, who looks terrifying.
He looks absolutely terrifying. Like
Yeah.
I have to say, like thinking about the Deadites from the first movie, like he's way scarier than that because he looks strong. Like
Yeah.
he could really fuck you up. The other ones, like they had to use knives and claws and stuff like that. But I mean, he could just brute strength, just beat you to death.
Dude, and just like again, just industry legend doesn't say it enough, like
Mm-mm.
Bruce Campbell, like
Ah,
the amount of just the physical bravado he puts in this movie, he's perfect. And while
don't
being
even get me
just
started.
oh geez. I'm
It's the it's the way he looks around with both fear and confidence at the same time. He does this like one eyebrow up with his eyes like super wide and just looking back and forth. And that face, oh, he's got me. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. And he just gets hotter as the movie goes on.
That chiseled chin. Yeah.
That chin, that's a chin.
Yeah.
That is a fucking chin. Yeah, I can't praise, but this is peak Bruce Campbell for me, I think.
I think that's what you
Maybe
gotta
Army of
do.
Darkness. I don't know. Maybe Army of Darkness. We'll see.
Yeah. Sam Raimi's probably like, I want to make movies. I need to put someone in my movie. Who is the hottest friend I have?
Yeah.
This fucking guy.
Yeah, he was like, look at that beautiful chin.
Yeah. But so we were almost getting dead-eyed Ash for a little bit, but the sun's up, so we're good for now,
Hmm.
I think. Um,
Which introduces a new component to the Deadites as well, because the sun presumably keeps them dormant,
I
even if they've
guess
even if they've possessed someone. The rules are fuzzy.
the roles are always going to be fuzzy with these movies.
Hmm.
Um, he does have the right idea to get the fuck out, but as you remember, they kept this from the first movie. The bridge is like absolutely fucked.
His reactions too to everything. I think we've already passed where he's like laughing, like right, like the camera is like zoomed in on his face and he's doing that like maniacal laugh while everything is like the trees and everything's laughing around him.
Mhm.
Like that, and then the scream when he encounters this bridge being
Yeah.
busted. He's given it his all. It's pretty great.
So the bridge is fucked, and then the sun sets like very quickly. I think that's the thing. It's
Five
just like,
minutes.
yeah, dude, like daytime's only like, man, we're like 20 minutes, but we're ready to get back at it.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, the only way is fucking back to the cabin. And I do love him getting back to the cabin. There's that scene where he's like running through and you got the camera following him the whole time through, like chasing
Hmm.
him through. So you get a much better layout of really a pretty complicated layout for a cabin
It's a
in
big
the
ass
woods.
cabin for how
Yeah,
small it is.
yeah, there are a lot of hallways in that cabin. More hallways
Yes.
than probably in my house, I
More
think.
more hallways than rooms in that cabin.
Yeah, see, that'd be a place where you go, and that's probably why people buy it. You don't think much about it, and you go inside and you're like, this is more spacious than you lead on. And you got a full ass fucking cellar.
Yeah,
Yeah, so there you go.
I wouldn't use that cellar.
And that doesn't count as part of the square footage, too.
Nope.
Yeah, see, so there you go. Now I mentioned Professor Noby and his adventure family. So you've got his daughter Annie,
Hmm.
and what's the name of the fucking boyfriend? Ed? Ed.
Hmm.
Yeah. So,
Not very memorable.
and she comes back. She's like, "Hey, I was going on my side quest adventure to find some pages that I put in a very unnecessary like shadow box frame situation. Um,
Very crafty.
we got to get to my dad. These pages could be a big deal." And Ed's like, "Well, I haven't heard from your dad. Uh, but we'll go to his cabin and we'll check it out. Maybe I
Mhm.
think that was the rendezvous point."
Yeah.
Yeah. So back at the cabin, this is all like again, this is all great. This is just the fucking Bruce Campbell show. Um,
Yeah.
where you've got the bits of like, the piano playing on its own. You've got
Hmm.
the rocking chair just rocking on its
Spooky.
own. Oh my
Just very
God.
like haunted house vibes.
Oh, when he's looking at himself in the mirror and then like the other like reaches out and like chokes
Oh,
him.
I love all of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I live for all of this. This is so
Hmm.
good. And then yeah, like fucking just like you mentioned, just the fucking headless like Linda just dancing around. The stop motion again is just so good.
Yeah,
I
every time
can't
you think you've seen the coolest thing that you're about to see in the movie, you see something else that's super fun and creative and weird. I feel like they were just like sitting in a room and they're like, what other creepy shit can we do? Like everybody just starts shouting out things that you'd see
yeah.
in a spooky house, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it all.
Yeah. And then just one guy just sitting in the back being like, I'm gonna make that deer if I can do some shit. And everyone's like,
Yeah.
Carl, hey, hey, again, stop it with the deer thing. He's like, I'm gonna make that deer do some shit. And he does, and it's great.
Yeah, the
Um,
the effects on the deer are really good. And you have to give Bruce Campbell credit again because if his reactions and how he plays with all of this scenery and all these fun things that are happening wasn't so good, it could really make this like a boring, uneventful movie, but it feels like it's just nonstop from the beginning.
Yeah. And that's where I'm like, it's not necessarily like jokey comedy. Like, but
Mm-mm.
it's, like I mean, it's been said many times before, like, very much just, Three Stooges type of, kind of
Yeah.
pratfall, like, kind of stuff. Like, it,
The hits just keep coming.
oh my gosh. And yeah, they do. Um, and here's where we get Ash with the chainsaw,
Mm.
which is great. Not attached to his arm yet, but when he's taking Linda out, this is pretty good. Like when her head's in that little vice thing. Yeah, dude.
I love it. The
Yeah.
shadow work.
Oh my God. All these things. It's so good. I I'm like, yeah, of course, the amount of blood is fucking awesome in these movies,
Hmm.
in this movie in particular too. But yeah, just all of the other stuff, like just yeah, like the background paintings and the stop motion and the miniatures and the shadow work. It's just like everything is just so oh, again, it just like feels so good and so fun. And like that's the
Hmm.
where I think like the lightheartedness comes from is like really just the imagination behind this and
Yeah.
just really just kind of throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Hmm.
And it all works together. I love it. Um, he does take Linda out, at
Oh
least for
yeah.
good in this one. But not before she bites his hand. Well, not bites it, like she's
Ooh.
fucking chomping on it the whole time. And again,
Oh,
like,
she is chewing on that hand.
and this is pretty fun because his hand becomes infected. And then again, you have this like really great just physical, performance from him, like wrestling his own hand. Um,
Do you think Devon Sawa watched this movie to inspire his performance in Idle Hands?
I would hope so.
I would think that like if I were the writer director, I'd be like, you need to watch Evil Dead 2 and like look at what Bruce Campbell's doing.
Yeah. Dude, and just this hand just making its like squirrely fucking little minion voices.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the hand is a character in itself.
Yeah. After some back and forth, I guess you could say, I've got this in my notes. I guess you could say Ash gets the upper hand,
Oh man.
and takes that chainsaw to cut that motherfucking thing off. And he's just like, I'm just gonna put you under this bucket. You
Yeah,
stay there.
a
Of
terrible
course,
idea.
with a copy of Farewell to Arms.
Yeah, that was really funny. That's see, that's funny. I feel like that's a joke
Yeah.
outright. Yeah.
So you've got Annie and Ed. So they arrive to get to this cabin. They get stopped at the bridge, and then they run into Jake and Bobby Joe. And what is their relationship, Natalie? Are
Jake and Bobby Joe, I
are
would
they
assume that they're a couple.
okay? Because I wasn't sure. Like, are they father-daughter?
No, I think that he's just much older than her because they seem to function like a couple.
Okay,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I was like, no other men in that town? Because I'm like, Bobby Joe can get it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I'm like,
yeah.
Jake, this guy? Really?
Ooh,
With the
yeah.
overalls?
The overalls.
With
Ugh.
the not as many teeth as you could?
Yeah, I feel like she's what do you call it? It's a really mean expression and I can't think of it because I'm a good person. So
Oh,
we'll
well,
move
good for you.
on.
You're just so good of a person that as much as you wanted to say it, you can't remember
I
the
couldn't.
word.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. That makes sense. And what is his job? Like tow truck driver or bridge inspector? Is he a city employee?
That's the thing. I have no idea what their purpose is in being here.
Well,
They
they
just
just have,
know about the area.
I guess, and then just well they know about that one path that goes like around the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then even then won't, we'll only do that for a price. So
Hmm.
they end up leading Annie and Ed to this cabin
For $100, I want everyone to remember
in
that amount.
1987 money.
Well, I mean, do we think it's worth it?
Yeah, well, I guess now not no. Now knowing
Hmm.
what I know now,
No.
no. Um, so and again, Ash is still fucking having a real tough time with his severed hand. I yeah, just the bucket was not gonna do it.
No, that was a ridiculous idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I love him like shooting through the walls and then just the geysers of blood just shooting out of
Ah.
all the holes in the walls.
Hmm.
And then again, yeah, that zoom in of just him just laughing at the screen, and you've got like, um, it looked like all the furniture in like a Pee-wee's Playhouse. Um, Everything just like moving and dancing and shit. It was so good. I love it so much. Especially that couch reminded me of Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
I mean a chair. But and again, I'm just watching this. I'm like, this is so much fun. I really can't overstate this, you know? So
Yeah.
every time you cut away, and that's why I appreciate that they get to the cabin as soon as they do, like the rest of the group, because every time they pulled away, I was like, come on, give me back to Ash. I want to see what the fuck is going on over here.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they honestly could have just shown up and just said what they were there for without even cutting back to them, and I would have been fine with that.
Yeah, but th this movie's only like
I
84 minutes
know,
long.
it's
They
so
had to do
short.
something.
They were like, let's just give some backstory to these characters. It'll be fine.
Oh, and in the back and forth, trying to make this not be like an X-rated movie or NC-17 rated movie, like they were like, this movie can only be like 60 minutes because all the shit, well, they ended up keeping a lot of stuff, which is nice.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think after like the first round of like, edits for the ratings board, they were like, oh, Jesus Christ, this is even though like it's wild, we're like, our tastes have gotten a little wilder since. I think we've softened on what constitutes for an R rating.
For sure.
Yeah. But so the others arrive, but they're just seeing Ash covered in blood and shit going crazy. So of course, like
Yeah.
the dudes subdue him and knock him out. Um I mean, Annie thinks her parents should be here in this cabin, right? So I don't blame them all for thinking that this random dude missing a hand killed them in the
Like
woods,
he's
right?
definitely up to something. But also like, Annie, do you call your parents? Like, do you reach out? How come you don't know what the fuck's going on?
Well, she was, cave diving or wherever the fuck to find those pages. And then also it's 1987. I don't know.
People
I
had
mean,
phones.
did they have phones out there in that cabin?
I'm sure they could figure it out.
Maybe. But yeah, so they just fucking take him and they just throw him right in the cellar. Um, in the meantime, they go to the tape recorder, and listen to the rest, as everyone tends to do when you really shouldn't. And then this is I thought was a pretty fun beat is when Professor Noby, right, who's on this, is like, yeah, it's always the women that get it first,
Oh
right? It's
yeah.
always like, my wife Henrietta, she went. I didn't have it in me to dismember her though. And then of course it cuts right to Ash in the cellar. I mean, like, oh man, she's down here, isn't she?
Yep. It's like buried her in the basement,
Played
the
by
wine
industry,
cellar.
yeah, played by industry legend Ted Raimi as
Hmm.
Henrietta,
I think that's so funny.
which is so fun. Yeah, Henrietta's fucking great in this one.
Henrietta's
Um,
wild.
yeah. So after all this, like, like Ash is fucking screaming and shit, they're able to get her out. Um, but not before Henrietta's eye pops out and flies across the room and into Bobby Joe's mouth, which she just like ingests. I'm like, I feel like I would like
Yeah, she,
instantly like
yeah, she's kind of like choking on it, deciding if she's gonna swallow it.
or just try to vomit. I'm just not in the mood to swallow anyone's eye, dead-eyed or not, you
Ew.
know?
No.
Yeah. So, but then all of a sudden, Ed is a deadite. So I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened to Ed. That
Because they just
happened
turn around and all
really
of a
sudden.
sudden he's like, ah.
And like he wasn't near the cellar or anything to be bit on the ankle or anything like that, correct?
No, I don't remember him like getting like, having any like a flesh wound or anything.
Yeah, no, he just. He goes wild.
Yeah, but geez. Oh man, just fucking flying around the place, fucking eating Bobby Joe's hair. Bobby Joe's getting it the worst
Oh
right
man,
now.
yeah, he pulls out a chunk of her hair.
I'm always it
Oof.
always bums me out when you see a chunk of hair get pulled out.
I did not like that.
Oh, no, thank you. But then of course, like, this dude's like flying around and then like, yeah, fucking Annie. Annie needs to stop in this movie. Like just turning to Ash and be like, you don't even give a shit. You're not doing anything, you fucking coward. And I'm like, bitch, you
But
just fucking threw me in a cellar without asking any questions about what
yeah,
was going on. And tried to get me murdered by your fucking zombie mother because of
yeah.
shit you and your fucking adventured family did. This is your fucking fault.
I
I
mean,
didn't read
she
these. I just pressed play.
she did learn through recording that both of her parents are dead, probably. So
Yeah. And what?
she's a little frazzled.
I was just squatting at your cabin. What's the big deal?
Yeah,
Clearly no one's ever here. Look at this fucking place.
yeah.
Right? Yeah. So, but Ash is like, here, fucking give me a minute. I'm a seasoned pro at this now. Comes right back with an axe and just chops, Ed the fuck up. So, sorry, Ed.
No. R.I.P. Ed.
Yeah. Um, so clearly, at least everybody's pretty on board that shit's fucked. Jake looks outside and he's like, that trail's gone. Which I'm like, how do you just like it's not like they, completely fucking bent all the like steel of this bridge. They probably one of the Deadites probably just went outside, just like, kicked some leaves on the trail,
Yeah. She's
you
like,
know,
let me just
threw all the ate all the breadcrumbs
yeah.
they were leaving behind. He's like, the
It's like,
trail's
no,
gone,
nobody's gonna find this trail ever again.
just giggling into itself.
Yeah.
I love just petty Deadite shit. I need
Oh
to
yeah.
see a little bit. I want to see petty Deadite shit like when humans aren't around. Like I want to see what they talk about when like they're
Yeah.
not doing their whole
Just
swallowing souls.
fantasizing about doing petty shit.
Yeah, and just joking about like, man, remember that one time?
Yeah.
That was so much fun.
We're gonna pop my eye out and went right down her throat.
Yeah. So like the sound design's great in this movie. I love all the crazy shit
Mhm.
going on. But man, it's just unsettling. The periods of absolute quiet.
Yeah.
And there
There
is here for a little bit. It's short-lived, obviously, but it's pretty off-putting.
yeah, especially because the sound, like the intense sound, is usually paired with the camera work of it bouncing from like the floor to the window, to the side of the window, to the top of the window, to the ceiling beam, to like they're cutting back and forth between those things to their faces, like going in different directions. And that's super fun because it like just even like the first movie, the camera work is really creative and really sets the scene and makes you feel like more is happening than is actually happening because really they're just hearing sounds and feeling some presence. So I feel like the camera's communicating what they're seeing and feeling and
Yeah.
hearing with the bouncing around along with their faces. So I really enjoy that.
So they start, of course, hearing these sounds coming from the bedroom. Ash and Annie investigate. And then this is, hey guys, we we're called 321 Ghost. Of course, we're always going to cover movies that have ghosts show up in them, clearly, right?
Maybe not exclusively, but yeah.
Maybe not exclusively, maybe not often, but here we are. Maybe there was a time, or like a period where I didn't remember a whole lot of this movie, but maybe I forget this part more than others.
Me too. That's so funny. I was like, wait, what the fuck? And I was like, are we really just trusting this ghost
I would not,
situation?
I would not trust shit.
The
Absolutely
minute
not.
it told me to read something, I'd be like, I will fucking die in this place before I read something that a spooky ass ghost told me to read. You're
Yeah,
not my
dude.
dad.
Yeah,
Mm,
you ain't my daddy.
not my
Fucking,
real
and first
dad.
of all, you ain't my real dad. You're just some ghost dad.
Some ghost bitch ass dad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, like not like Bill Cosby ghost dad. Not that bad.
No.
And he doesn't even apologize. That'd be the first thing.
Yeah,
If he had any fucking accountability, the first thing that ghost would say, "Hey, I'm sorry." I
Annie,
shouldn't have said
forgive
that into the
me.
Annie, forgive me.
I
I
made a
got
huge mistake.
big old boo-boo.
Your mom's dead
You're my
because
yeah.
I brought this fucking book made out of skin into my home like a psycho.
Yeah, and things worked out for me. I'm just this like, projection of a face in this room. I mean,
Yeah, how do you get so lucky?
my soul's being tormented in hell, but I just get to like they, give me they like give me my one phone call,
Day
I
pass.
guess. Yeah, right. Where I'm like I'm glad they went and checked that room because I guess he can only show up in that room, so you just had to
Yeah,
like
wait it
throw things
out.
around and
He shined like a light. Like there was a little light that came through the
yeah.
door. I was like, come in here.
So he's like, "Hey, we've got some more passages. Trust me." So I read the bad ones. You're welcome.
Whoops. Whoopsie daisy.
Yeah. And but there's good ones. You got to read the good ones after. That's how you stop it. Um which I'm just like, yeah, it's like how they tell you sometimes like read the whole email before you respond.
Hmm.
Same situation. It's like don't just start reading shit out loud before you
Yep.
like quietly read it to yourself, read the full thing, understand
Hmm.
the context, and then do your little recording. I can't believe you're
Absolutely.
just doing that shit in real time. He just wanted to surprise himself, I guess, and boy did he.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So
Cool.
everyone's still pretty stressed, pretty panicked.
They should
But
be.
yeah. Bobby Joe falls for the old severed hand bit. I just watched Jurassic Park over the weekend. Same thing with Laura Dern and Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like, did this movie start that trend or are there earlier signs or earlier hand grabs?
Yeah, there might have been. There must have been. I don't know, because it feels like such a trope, right? They're just like,
Hmm.
we're just like, well, stop squeezing my hand. And you're just like, I'm not holding your hand. I feel like that's happened a few times after that, but
Yeah. The eye work between everybody is pretty good
yeah.
in that little bit as well.
Bobby Joe is like, I've had enough at this point.
That's
I'm
it.
missing a piece of my hair. I've swallowed an eyeball. I am just all just the spooky kooky things are going on with me. Now
Hmm.
you're maybe making me hold hands with fucking a dead hand. Oh my
Monster
gosh.
hand.
But she makes the worst choice, Natalie. She just runs right
Uh,
off into the woods, and we know what happens. We've seen this.
you can't run out in the woods in these
Yeah.
woods, and I would
Now,
not feel safe doing so.
yeah. Now, granted, this isn't as bad as the scene in the first movie.
True.
You do clearly you see like the branches like go up her leg
In the
at
first
one
movie,
point
or are you talking about this one?
in in this one. But
I
it's
didn't
just like
notice them going
it's a
up
very
her
quick
leg.
shot,
It seemed more like they were
just
like
wrapping around her legs to hold her.
wrapping around her legs to hold her, more so than, comparing to the tree scene in The Evil Dead, where they were very clearly creeping up her leg, into the nightgown.
But I thought this looked really cool. Like fucking just like dragging her super fast through the woods. Of course, all the branches hitting her and shit, getting all cut and
Oh,
fucked up.
yeah. And then the
And then just
branches that are pierced into her cheeks that are like,
yeah.
ooh, I don't like that.
Oh, and then just right into that tree.
Yeah, it's
Fuck.
pretty good.
Yeah. That is really good. Um, So you got back at the cabin. I do appreciate where Jake's like, we need to go find Bobby Joe. And then Ash and Annie are like, no, she's fucking dead.
Mhm.
You ran out into
Yeah.
the fucking woods. And I get it.
Yeah.
Jake's probably like, I'm never gonna do better than this.
Yeah, he's like, this is peak dating for me.
Now, Annie, you're gonna have to be my new girlfriend if
Yeah.
this doesn't work out. And you don't let me go find Bobby Joe. Um,
Gosh.
Now, of course, they're going through the pages of this book, and then Annie talks about like, the hero who destroys the evil in the past. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. We'll see.
Hmm.
Maybe in a future movie. I don't know. But of course, Ash is like, clearly
Maybe
didn't do it.
timelines are fluid.
Yeah. Fucking Ash is probably like,
Linear.
well, yeah, Ash was like, clearly this dude didn't do a good fucking job.
Yeah.
It's like in Ninja Turtles 3 when they see like themselves drawn on like the scrolls.
Hmm.
Yeah, just like
Good,
that.
good example.
Yeah, so it's just fucking time is just loopy, you
Turtles in
know.
time.
Ninja, hey, that is what they called it. Turtles in time.
About time for some turtles.
Yeah, that's not what it was called, Natalie.
I like that name a little better.
Time for some turtles. Yeah,
It's about time for some goddamn turtles.
yeah. So Jake's really still upset about Bobby Joe, and also is like, I do have a shotgun, so I'm gonna make us all go out and look for her.
Not the dumbest move since that's what he wants everybody to do, but I mean, like what the fuck do you think's gonna happen, bro?
Yeah.
Terrible situation.
It would have been fun to get a Bobby Joe Deadite,
Yeah.
right? Um, but you do get Ash as a Deadite coming right back.
Yeah, that catches you off guard for sure.
Yeah, and it's fun because like yeah, I'd like forgotten. I was like, oh yeah, I guess he can, and it just kind of comes up randomly.
Yeah. He's less fun as a Deadite than some of the others, but he's scarier.
Yeah. You see, he picks up Jake and just goes fucking just throws him skull first into a
Oof.
tree.
Yeah.
That's wild. I thought his fucking head was just gonna fucking just crush in like into his shoulders like a
Hmm.
Ninja Turtle. Like Leonardo in Ninja Turtles 3, Turtles in Time. Just like that. But lo and behold, it doesn't happen. Annie runs inside, meanwhile, and then grabs the Kandarian dagger. So she's
Yep.
got it now. Um, she's going through the cabin. She starts hearing sounds. Of course, she thinks it's Deadite Ash. But oof, somehow Jake, fucking somehow, is still alive and manages to crawl his way back to the cabin, and then only to get stabbed right through the fucking chest
Oh,
by Annie.
that's
And
the
to be
worst.
fair, if I were Annie, I'd be like, hey, look, you're not gonna make it out of here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and finish you off if that's okay.
I would
Unless you can be bait for
also
somebody.
I'd be real quick to make myself very clear if I were Annie of like, okay, if you're trying to open a door and you know there might be someone on the other side, like ask me to open the door, announce yourself, say who you are, what do you need? What did you expect? You got stabbed because of your
True.
carelessness and lack of communication skills. So,
Dude, I love, because he's still alive after this.
oh my
But I
gosh.
I love how she's dragging him down the hall and he's just like crying in pain. And after a while she just goes, "Shut up."
Yeah, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
We're
just
gonna
shut.
hear you.
No one wants to hear this. Like after she
Mm-mm.
stabs him in the fucking chest.
Yeah.
I love that.
She's like,
She's
I'm
like,
trying my best.
yeah. So, oh boy, after all that, remember Henrietta's still in the cellar and she pops right the fuck out.
I love it.
Ooh, and just kills the shit out of Jake. Like
Yeah.
that's always a fun one. When you pull someone into something and then just blood spurts out.
That was so much blood, so
I
much
know.
more blood than Jake could ever have.
Maybe, we have a lot more blood than you think.
I know, but I mean, that
But still,
was
that's a lot.
that was a lot.
Oh yeah. Um, Ash bursts through and is about to kill her, but then turns it back to normal. To which I don't blame her, right? After he turns back to normal, and he keeps going like assuming she should just trust him, right?
No.
Like Ash is like, I'm normal, damn it. Like, just fucking
Mm-mm.
trust me. I'm like, I don't know. I don't blame her
Her
for taking a couple extra swings just in case.
her deadite mother literally changed her entire face and sang a lullaby to her.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if she was hesitant about that, of course she's going to be a little bit cautious around post deadite Ash.
Right. And I'm sure at this point she's like, okay, fine. Okay, I'm learning. It's okay. So you're fine in short bursts.
Yeah.
So we'll just, I'll see if we can pick up there's like a tick that you have that like lets me know. Because I don't know. I'd be like, look,
Some
then
sort of sign.
you need to tell me if something's coming because you can't just keep just popping up like that just all of a sudden. I don't know. Um, so we're gonna get these fucking pages, which somehow made their way back down to the basement. Um,
How did they end up in the basement?
I don't know. Or were there missing pages on top of the pages she had? I forget.
Perhaps.
My favorite though is I think this is a little earlier, right after Bobby Joe gets killed. There's this box, the shadow box that has the pages. Literally like has like a little swivel like door you can open, but Ash just breaks the glass instead
Yeah,
and
just
takes it out.
completely busts it open. It's just like swiping glass away like it isn't glass.
Because like otherwise, why would she have sealed those herself?
Hmm.
I mean, unless that was like some ancient shadow box, but I just don't think that's
I fucking
the
hope not
case.
since he destroyed it.
It's too it was too clean, you know?
Yeah, that's true. It did look new.
Yeah. The famous part, right? This is what we get what we all want, where Ash gets the chainsaw attached to his arm.
Hmm.
And then the first time he says groovy.
Love it.
Yeah. I mean, obviously this version of Ash is a lot more fun than the first movie because because he is the absolute center of the show and gets to do all the just ridiculous cartoon stuff that
Yeah,
just wasn't in the first movie, you
for
know.
sure.
So this is the Ash everybody knows and loves.
Yeah, it's a quicker turnaround time for him being
Yeah.
badass.
So now that he's armed, newly armed, um, they head down to the cellar. I love that they do find Jake's skeleton pretty quick.
Oh my gosh, and he's wearing the overalls.
He's wearing the overalls. That's how you know. And then I was like, hold on, how did they peel all of his skin off and keep the overalls on and relatively clean?
That feels like something that a Deadite would do, just like eat him, snack on him, and then put the overalls right back on. So they're like, we want you to know that this is somebody who I killed very recently and someone you care about.
See, I was thinking the best way to do it to get the skin off like that and maintain the skeleton and is you have to kind of like prop him down and just put your head, your mouth right on the top of his head and just kind of
Ew.
like bite into the skin and just kind of slurp him up.
Ugh.
Just slurp,
Does
just
not work that way.
just slurp
Mm-mm.
slurp up all the skin. Maybe.
No, I mean, I've never eaten someone's skin off of them, but I don't think it works that way.
I don't think so either. So, Ash does find the pages, throws them up to Annie, and then of course this is when Henrietta comes back. Again, just love just her just flying around,
But
screaming and shit. It's
just
so
in
good.
that little circle, just twirling Annie around by her hair.
Yeah, just howling and hair grabbing as she does.
Hmm.
Um, that she turns into this like monster giraffe situation,
I
but
love
like
her
also like
situation.
making like chimp sounds.
I
It
think
made,
she's making like all sorts of odd sounds. Like she's a hell of a creature.
Annie does her part singing the lullaby to distract her.
Hmm.
Ash fucking does the dismemberment, takes the head right off. Of course I love this, like I'll swallow your soul. And he goes,
Yeah,
Swallow
swallow
this."
this.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
For
we love a one-liner.
especially when they're like pretty good, because often they're not and feel
Yeah.
unearned. Whereas
Yeah.
like he's earned all of that one.
Oh, yes, he has.
Yeah. So we're essentially at our climax now where like the woods are like kind of like caving in on this cabin essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting real fucked
It's an
up here.
aggressive forest.
Yeah, 100%.
Very aggressive.
That's why I have to respect Mother Nature, Natalie.
Yep.
100%. Be like, it's like this isn't even a demon thing. This is just Mother Nature just angry.
Be like, get your fucking cabin out of here.
Yeah, get your fucking cabin. Get your industry out of nature. Get
Yeah.
out of here. Um, with your steel factories and your yeah, and your fucking train engines and I don't know.
New
Get the fuck out of here.
technology.
Yeah. So whatever. So um this is really fun too, where you've got Ash fighting off everything going on. The trees literally like with I love the tree monster faces
Oh
like
my
in the
gosh, they're
window.
so fun. They remind me of the ones from The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, yeah. And then it is very similar to Wizard of Oz,
Mm-hmm.
especially with like the storm and him getting sucked out and all of that,
Mm-hmm.
and then ending up in a different world in the end. It is very Wizard of
Mm-hmm.
Ozzy. I'm sure that must have been intentional. And then Sam Raimi did that Wizard of Oz movie with James Franco.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah,
What
so
was
there you
it, The Great
go.
and Powerful Oz?
I don't, yeah, some
Something along those
arrangement of
lines.
those words. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So, and of course it's funny, like, you got Annie like reading it. And then they just get, all the monsters just get angrier. And she's like, oh, no, 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 sorry. I only read the first part, where it makes evil a thing of the flesh. And it's like, well, fucking finish it, Annie. God
Yeah,
damn.
keep going, girl.
You get this from your fucking father, just reading the first part. God damn
Just
it.
follow through.
You know the first part's bad, so just read it really fast and get right to this last part.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my God, don't. No one needs to hear you fucking enunciate every goddamn syllable. Let's
Yep.
go. Um, and because of course, what happens, Annie almost finishes and then gets stabbed in the back by
Mm.
one of like the tree or one of the Deadites. Maybe, I forget.
I don't remember who she gets stabbed by.
Yeah. But she does manage, before she dies, she does get the last few words out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Ash gives her a quick thank you, like, hey, you did it, kid. Even though she
I
didn't.
think yeah, and
Yeah.
isn't she already dead at that point when he says it?
Well, yeah, of course, he's not going to thank her when she's alive. You'll wait
Yeah.
until she's dead and be like, ah, there you go.
Good
I
job.
won't give you anything in life. I don't know you that. I barely fucking know you. You just showed up and threw me in a
True.
fucking cellar and then
Yeah.
put me through all of this because of your fucking family.
She did get pretty nice to him though throughout, like she keeps grabbing his arm and shit.
It's like the
So,
absolute least she could do.
oh yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't end anything necessarily, but what it does do is it sucks Ash and his Delta through this fucking portal,
Mm-hmm.
which just drops him right in the middle of fucking, you know, King Arthur's court, but not a kid in
Yeah.
King Arthur's court situation. That's a different one.
Yeah,
But
that's definitely a surprise. And you get his awesome, iconic outfit of this like battle damaged, handsome Ash with his chainsaw hand and his half ripped shirt. He's like missing a whole sleeve of that shirt, and I'm not mad about it.
yeah, you're probably just like I could feel the heat
He looks
in that.
like a hot fucking hero.
Yeah.
Love it.
And then that's the end of the movie, of course. He's like, no,
Oh
screams, and
yeah.
then
I love
yeah,
him screaming no while they're all cheering him on, all the
yeah.
knights.
So because just like read in the passages, he's gonna be their ancient hero. Which I assume, yeah, he's just gonna go in circles doing this for eternity. I don't know. But we're gonna find
Yeah.
out in Army of Darkness.
Oh, poor Ash.
Yeah,
Yeah, really ends on a cliffhanger. That's for sure.
yeah. And the next movie doesn't come out. I don't even know if they knew there was gonna be another movie. But yeah, that doesn't come out for what, another 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. And Natalie, that is Evil Dead 2. Dead by Dawn. Didn't even make it to, well, they made it to Dawn, but in the very beginning of the movie. It's not
Too
Dawn
soon.
again.
They made it to dawn too soon.
And you just skip right to midday when he comes out of that portal.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a short one.
Oh yeah, but both this one and the last one are like 85 minutes or less.
Yeah, like you could easily do a nice little double feature.
Oh yeah, absolute breeze. Well, because I mean,
Hmm.
even the way that like Bruce Campbell says to watch them
Hmm.
is probably like a solid like, you know, 215, something like that.
Love that.
Hmm. But yeah, that's our movie. Did I forget anything?
I don't think so. You did a great job.
I know. So thank you.
I know.
I know. Thank you. It's always a fun conversation. And I mean, and I just love this fucking movie.
Hmm.
So, Natalie, before we, do our usual bits, what are the taglines?
Okay. I am really excited for this one
Okay.
because I think it has some fun taglines.
Love it.
Now, are they all winners? No, but there's some fun wordplay happening here.
Love that.
Okay. So we've got 7 taglines. I'll start with the basic one. The sequel to the ultimate experience in grueling terror. Terror.
Terrell.
Terror.
Gruel Terrell.
The sequel to the ultimate experience in grueling terror.
That's fine. It just kind of builds
Yeah.
off,
Yeah,
the last
exactly.
one. Yeah.
And then, of course, Dead by Dawn.
Mm, really?
Yeah, that's one.
Okay.
I know. I'm assuming maybe it looks like the way they set it up on the poster looks like a tagline.
Hmm.
Kiss your nerves goodbye.
Okay. Bye, nerves.
This one's interesting. Pleasure. Dot 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 dot. Please.
What?
I don't know.
Okay.
I
Sure.
know.
Dead by
It's
Dawn.
weird. It's weird. There's only one movie scarier than The Evil Dead. I
The
like
Evil
that
Dead
one.
too.
Yeah, I like that one. They're
Okay.
like, guess
Yeah.
what?
This
You're
one.
in for a treat.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, keep in mind, every time I say two, I'm not saying TOO. It's the number two. It's written as the number two.
Two. Yeah.
Too terrifying, too frightening, too much,
Too fast, too furious.
too fast, too furious.
Love that.
And then I think my favorite one, this one might be a DVD or like VHS tagline because it feels like maybe it's like some time
This
has passed.
this movie is D by D.
Yeah, like usually they specify on this list, I don't have specifications. So the comedy horror of the decade.
Ha!
Get it? Instead of
Yeah.
decade, it's
Yeah.
decade.
Here you go. Love it.
That one's my favorite. I saved the best for last. So I think it's a fun group of tagline. Kind of weird, like this movie. Kind of weird. Some of them don't make sense.
I thought you would
That's
have
it.
appreciated my joke a little bit better.
Which joke? You
When
told
you
a
said
joke?
I don't know if this is for DVD, and I said this movie's D by D.
Oh my
D-
gosh.
Dead by Dawn.
You're so stupid. I didn't hear you say that.
Thank you. I'll probably edit this part out, so I don't tell it again. You just get to go right over my joke.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
All right, Natalie. It's time for that.
Deadites.
Time for that draft.
So, how this is working, we're taking turns picking our favorite Deadite first because we can each only we can't draft the same Deadite from a movie. So, I did get to choose first for the Evil Dead, which I feel like Kyle was very strategic on. So, Kyle, you get to choose your Deadite first. But before we choose, our teams so far for me, I have Cheryl
Yeah.
from the first one. Cheryl's my fav was my favorite, and Kyle has Linda, original Linda.
Yeah. I was thinking, see, I think it would be a smart move for you if she's still on the board to
Don't tell me what to do. Don't.
I think drafting Linda 2 would be a pretty respectable pick.
You get to
Um,
pick first, so maybe whatever you pick will sway my decision.
we'll see. But my now that I'm on the clock, um, for my selection,
Oh
round
my
two,
gosh.
pick one. Um, the pick is in,
Oh my
and
gosh.
Team Deadite Party Boys chooses, drafts, selects Ash Deadite.
Oh, okay.
Dude, because he's fun as hell as a Deadite.
I kind of thought you were gonna pick Ash, but I maybe thought you might go in a different direction. But you love Deadite, Ash.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
Natalie, how about you?
Okay. I had a couple. I had like a tie situation because I knew you were gonna pick first. I'm gonna go with Henrietta. I
Okay.
know you want me to choose Linda too,
Well, I
because
think it would be a respectable pick because she is fucking cool.
she is. Here's the thing with Linda too. So I absolutely love and adore her. I think she's super fun, dancing around, doing her thing. But ultimately, what made me not choose her is that there is already a Linda. So I was like, you know what? Henrietta was having a great time. What makes Henrietta special is her timing.
Yeah.
She waited. She was quiet as fuck the whole time in that cellar until the recording of her late husband said that he couldn't dismember her and that he had to bury her in the
They
wine cellar.
he didn't even have to play the tape recording again. It didn't even matter because he already said the words. You already got Henrietta just kicking it, just down there, just waiting, just
Just
drinking fucking
waiting.
cellar water,
Yeah. Then
ankle deep cellar water.
then you kind of forget that she's in the mix for a while because she's just quiet
Yeah.
in there. Just totally quiet, not hooting and hollering like Cheryl.
Yeah.
And as soon as something is close enough that she can reach, she goes for it. She just pops right out again. You're like, oh fuck, Henrietta's still here. So
That's a
that's why
that's
I chose
a
Henrietta. Her
that's
timing
a
is good.
that's a hungry, hungry Henrietta.
It is a hungry, hungry Henrietta.
Yeah,
So
that's a great
Henrietta's gonna be
pick.
my pick. Yeah.
And also, again, played by industry legend Ted Raimi.
Yes, yeah. Ted Raimi is really fun. And I appreciate, I mean, I think it maybe would have been a lot for that older actress to do that type of physicality as Deadite Henrietta. So,
Yeah.
we're keeping the elderly safe here.
I think that's a fantastic pick.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. I don't think either of us have like the edge yet. I think we both have very formidable teams.
It feels evenly matched, but I mean, Deadite Ash is he's a tough one.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we'll see. Would you like me to share our boo scores for The Evil Dead before we talk about our boo scores for this movie?
absolutely.
Okay. So for The Evil Dead, I gave it a boo score of 4 boos. Kyle gave it 4.5 boos. I will say I like a little bit regretting my boo score, but I we don't go back and change them. I'll leave it. 4 is commendable.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
who wants to go first?
I will let you go first.
You're gonna let me go first?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Okay, I will admit, when I was landing on my boo score, I did have a little bit more trouble than I thought I would because it had been a really long time since I watched these two movies back to back, and they feel, for how similar they are, they also feel very different in so many ways. Like the character of Ash is so different. Tone-wise, it feels like they ramped it up. And I don't necessarily think this, and better is a word that I use very loosely. I don't necessarily think that one of them is better than the other as far as quality, but Evil Dead 2 is really fun. It's easy to rewatch, and watchability, rewatchability is key for me. So I would say with this movie, I really enjoy, we talked about the sound design, it's really great. The camera work again. This one really ramps up the looking left, looking right, looking up, looking down as they're like hearing all the sounds. And I think it's so campy and yet it still makes you relate to the fear that they're feeling, I guess is the best way that I can word it. And then you've got Ash, this like better version of Ash,
Mhm.
where he has his purpose in the first film, but in this, Bruce Campbell God, he's so amazing. This is like a perfect performance from him. I think he is just hamming it up. He's having the best time. Like you can tell he genuinely is bought into this. He loves it. He sees the vision. He understands the assignment and crushes it. And I'm not going to let this affect my boo score, but God, does he look hot as hell. So I'm going to give this movie. Oh, I'm gonna give I'm between two boo scores. I'm gonna give it 4.5 boos.
Love that.
How about you?
Everything you said is so true. Um, I mean, fuck, the first one's nearly perfect for me.
Yeah,
And this one does almost all of it better and bigger.
very true.
And you just have this fucking one of the greatest performances, I think, in a horror movie with certainly male performance,
Hmm.
with Bruce Campbell. I I've seen this movie now so many times. I would watch it over and over and over again. Um, Again, just I want to live in this. Like, I know, yeah, it sounds stressful, but like I just like want to walk around just a fly on the wall, just like not just watching all the chaos happen
Hmm.
and just enjoying just the blood and the viscera and the oh, it's so fantastic. Everything about this movie is just fucking just shooting fucking on all cylinders for me. Um, and I like the silliness, again,
Hmm.
like without it being like jokey necessarily. Like that's I'm like, it's not like horror comedy, but it's definitely like a, what's the word? Just a really like uh just just bonkers type of situation,
Yeah.
and it's so fantastic. And again, it's it really all comes down to also, just Bruce Campbell's performance and just the way it just matches just everything that's going on. Everything
Hmm.
is just so perfect. This is a perfect movie for me. I'm gonna give it 5 boos.
I had a feeling you would.
Yeah.
The other thing that I didn't mention is if this were on in a hotel room, I would definitely leave it on. This is one of those movies that if it's on in a hotel room, you'd be like, oh, fuck yeah. And then lose track of whatever else you had planned or were doing.
Because I'm like, it's only like 84 minutes.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
I got 84 minutes.
Whoever's waiting,
Absolutely.
whoever's waiting for me can wait 84 minutes.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think the only reason why I didn't give it that extra half a boo and what I'm realizing like after watching the first and this one, I really truly love these movies, but I don't find myself revisiting this franchise a lot and maybe this walk like going through it will change that, maybe not. But when people ask me lists of my favorite horror movies, I often forget to mention The Evil Dead or The Evil Dead 2. And it's not because I don't love them, it's because I don't think they're for everyone. Whereas some of my other favorites, I think I could recommend to anyone. And these movies I do think are for people who really love horror, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Dang, Natalie.
very good.
It's a it's about dawn. We're still here. We made it.
You made it.
Yeah. That's all I got. Anything else you want to say about Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn?
No, I'm
Yeah.
ready for the next one. You gotta wait a whole month.
I know. Yeah, that'll be an interesting one. You said you've only seen Army of Darkness once?
I've only seen it once.
Wild.
Maybe
That'll be
like
fun.
I've seen clips of it over and over again. Thank you, internet. But
Yeah,
I have only seen the movie in its entirety with my undivided attention once.
that'll be very exciting to have that
Mhm.
conversation then.
I agree.
All right, everybody, take care. Fucking if you're cutting off your hand, like just a bucket's not gonna do it. If it's already making like little minion voices at you, like nah, that bucket ain't gonna do it. You need to just at least cut the fingers off so it can't like run
I can't
around.
move. Well, the fingers could like inchworm around.
Yeah,
Right?
because like what are the fingers if not the arms and legs of your hand? You know what I mean? All right, everybody. Take care. 3, 2, 1. Ghost.
Thanks for listening to 321 Ghost. If you enjoyed this episode, you could subscribe to our podcast and leave us a killer review on whichever platform you choose to listen. You can find us on Instagram at 321 Ghost Pod and give us a follow. We would love to hear from you in the comments. Follow us on Letterboxd at 321 Ghost Pod to see our boo scores on all of the movies we've covered so far. Thanks again for listening, and remember to reach out with any recommendations of movies you'd like to hear us cover. 3, 2, 1, Ghost.